Hello, everyone, and welcome back to English with Noah and Allie, where confidence grows one conversation at a time. I'm Noah.
Hi, everyone. I'm Allie. We're so happy you're here with us today.
And today's lesson might completely change the way you start conversations in English.
That sounds exciting. Tell us more, Noah.
Let me ask you something. Have you ever met someone, opened your mouth to speak, and then the only greeting you could think of was, "How are you?"
I know that feeling. You want to sound natural, but somehow your brain always goes back to the same greeting.
Exactly. If that sounds familiar, you're definitely not alone. Millions of English learners do exactly the same thing.
And here's the interesting part. There is absolutely nothing wrong with saying, "How are you?" It's friendly, it's polite, and it's correct.
Exactly. We're not here to tell you to stop using it. We're here to give you more choices. Because the more natural greetings you know, the easier it becomes to start real conversations.
Think of it like this. If you only know one greeting, every conversation begins the same way. But when you learn a few more, your English starts to sound more relaxed and much more natural.
By the end of today's episode, you'll know several greetings that native speakers use every day. They're simple, easy to remember, and you can start using them right away.
And as always, don't just listen. Say each new greeting out loud with us. The more you speak, the more confident you'll become.
All right, let's jump into our very first greeting. Our first expression today is, "How's it going?"
How's it going? I hear that all the time in movies. It sounds very friendly.
It really does. "How's it going" is one of the most common greetings in everyday English. Friends use it, neighbors use it, coworkers use it. You'll hear it almost everywhere.
So, is it asking about my whole day or just asking how I am right now?
Great question. Usually, it's just a friendly way to start a conversation. The other person isn't expecting a long story. They're simply saying hello in a warm way.
That makes it much less stressful. Sometimes I worry that I have to give a long answer.
Not at all. Most of the time, a short answer is perfect. You can smile and continue the conversation naturally.
Can you give us an example?
Of course. Imagine you're walking into your English class. One of your classmates sees you and smiles. They say, "Hey, how's it going?"
That sounds very natural. It feels friendly, but it doesn't sound too formal.
Exactly. Now, imagine you're taking an evening walk. You see the neighbor who lives across the street. They wave and say, "How's it going?" That's another perfect situation.
I like that. It's simple, easy to remember, and it feels comfortable.
Now, let's practice together. Listen first, then repeat after me. How's it going?
How's it going?
Excellent. Now, imagine someone says it to you. What would you say? Take a moment. Answer out loud.
Maybe you said, "It's going well," or "Pretty good, thanks." Or perhaps, "I'm doing great." Those are all wonderful answers.
See? You already know more than one way to begin a conversation, and we've only learned our first expression.
Exciting! Let's keep going. I think our listeners are going to enjoy the next one even more.
Now that we've learned our first greeting, let's look at another one. This one is short, relaxed, and very common.
I'm ready. What is it?
You can simply say, "What's up?"
What's up? That sounds very different from "How are you?"
It does. But native speakers use it every day, especially with friends, family members, and classmates.
So, can I walk into school, see my friend, and say, "What's up?"
Absolutely. That's a perfect situation. Your friend might smile and answer with just a few words. Then the conversation continues naturally.
Do people usually answer with a long explanation?
Not usually. Most of the time, the answer is short. The greeting is simply a friendly way to say hello.
I like that. It feels relaxed. There isn't any pressure.
Exactly. Now imagine this. You arrive at a park on Saturday afternoon. Your friend is already sitting on a bench. You walk over, you smile, and you say, "What's up?"
That sounds so natural. I can picture that conversation.
Here's another example. You open the front door. Your brother's watching a soccer game. You walk into the living room and say, "Hey, what's up?"
I really like these little everyday situations. They make the expressions much easier to remember.
That's the idea. When you connect English to real life, it stays in your memory much longer.
Let's practice together. Listen carefully first. What's up?
Now you say it. What's up?
Excellent. Now imagine someone asks you, what's up? Take a few seconds. Say your answer out loud.
Maybe you said, "Not much," or "I'm just relaxing," or perhaps, "I'm getting ready for dinner." All of those sound natural.
You're already building a collection of greetings that native speakers use every single day.
And we still have plenty more to explore. Let's move on to our next expression. We've already learned 2 friendly greetings. And here's another one you'll hear all the time. It is, "How have you been?"
How have you been? That sounds a little different. When do people usually say it?
Great question. We use this greeting when we haven't seen someone for a while. Maybe a few weeks, maybe a few months, sometimes even longer.
So, it's not something I would normally say to my coworker every morning.
That's right. If you saw someone yesterday, this probably isn't the best choice. But if you meet an old friend after a long time, it sounds warm and thoughtful.
I like that. It shows you really care about the other person.
Exactly. Imagine you're walking through a bookstore. Suddenly, you see your old classmate from high school. You haven't talked in almost a year. You smile and say, "Hi, how have you been?"
That feels so natural. I think I'd be happy to hear someone say that to me.
Here's another example. Your cousin comes to visit your family after several months. You open the door and say, "It's so nice to see you. How have you been?"
Now I can imagine the whole conversation. It's much warmer than simply saying, "How are you?"
Exactly. Different greetings create different feelings. Choosing the right one can make your English sound much more natural.
Let's practice together. Listen first. How have you been?
Now it's your turn. How have you been?
Excellent. Now imagine someone asks you that question. Take a few seconds. Answer out loud.
Maybe you said, "I've been really busy," or "I've been doing well," or perhaps, "I've been great, thanks for asking." Those are all wonderful answers.
You're learning that English greetings aren't just words. They're a simple way to make conversations feel friendly and natural.
And we're only getting started. Our next expression is another one that native speakers use every single day. All right, let's learn another greeting. This one is simple, friendly, and very natural. You can say, "How's your day going?"
Oh, I like that. It feels a little more personal.
It does. Instead of asking about someone's life in general, you're asking about today, right now.
So I could use this in the afternoon, maybe, while someone is still at work?
Exactly. Imagine you walk into a small bakery. The person behind the counter smiles. You smile back and say, "Hi, how's your day going?"
That sounds warm. It's a nice way to begin a conversation.
Here's another example. You're waiting for your English class to begin. A classmate sits beside you. Before the lesson starts, you ask, "How's your day going?"
That feels easy to remember, and it sounds very friendly.
It really does. This greeting works well because it invites a real conversation. The other person might tell you something good or something interesting that happened today.
Can the answer still be short?
Of course, sometimes people say, "It's going well." Sometimes, "It's been busy." And sometimes, "So far, so good." Every answer is perfectly natural.
Let's practice together. Listen first. How's your day going?
Now you say it. "How's your day going?" Now imagine your friend asks you the same question. Take a few seconds, answer in English.
Maybe you said, "It's going really well," or "It's been a busy day," or perhaps, "I'm having a great day so far."
See how natural that feels? You're no longer using only one greeting. You're building real conversations.
And we still have more expressions to discover. Let's keep going together.
Let's review what we've learned. We can say, "How's it going?" "What's up?" and "How have you been?"
Those three already give us many more choices. It feels much easier to start a conversation now.
Exactly. And now let's learn another expression. This one is perfect when you meet someone you know. Maybe you haven't seen them recently. The expression is, "How's everything?"
How's everything? I like the sound of that. It feels very open.
Yes, it's a way to ask about someone's life in a general way. Their work, their studies, their family, their daily life.
So it's like saying, "Tell me how things are going."
Exactly. But remember, it is still a casual greeting. You don't need to tell a long story. A simple answer is completely fine.
Can we imagine a situation?
Of course. Imagine you're walking downtown. You see your old neighbor. You haven't talked for several months. You smile and say, "Hey, it's been a while. How's everything?"
That sounds very natural. It feels like you're happy to see them.
Right. Here's another situation. You meet a friend after their vacation. You don't know many details yet. You can say, "Welcome back. How's everything?"
I noticed something. A lot of these greetings are really about showing interest in another person.
That's exactly right. Good conversations are not only about words, they're about making people feel comfortable.
Let's practice this one together. Listen carefully. How's everything?
Your turn. How's everything?
Great. Now imagine someone asks you, "How's everything?" Answer out loud.
Maybe you said, "Everything is good," or "Things are going well," or "Pretty good. I've been busy lately." Excellent answers.
You're learning how small changes can make your English conversations feel much more natural.
And we still have a few more useful greetings to learn. Let's continue.
Sometimes we want to say hello quickly. Sometimes we want to show more interest.
Exactly. And our next expression is great when you want to sound caring and friendly. You can say, "How are things?"
How are things? It sounds very similar to "How's everything?"
That's a great observation. They are very similar. Both ask about someone's life in a general way.
So, how do I know when to use this one?
Don't worry too much about choosing the perfect one. Native speakers often use different greetings in similar situations. The important thing is understanding the feeling. "How are things?" sounds like you are checking in with someone.
Checking in. I like that phrase. It means you want to know how someone is doing.
Exactly. Imagine your friend started a new job last month. Today, you meet them at a restaurant. You smile and ask, "Hey, how are things?"
That makes sense. You're asking about their new job and their life.
Right. Here's another example. Your friend is learning to play the guitar. You see them after a few weeks. You can ask, "How are things with the guitar lessons?"
Oh, that's useful. You can add a topic after the question.
Yes, that helps make the conversation more specific.
Can we practice?
Of course. Listen first. How are things?
Now you try. How are things?
Great. Now imagine your friend asks you this question. Answer out loud.
Maybe you said, things are good. Or, they're going well. Or, pretty good, I'm learning a lot.
Remember, you don't need complicated sentences. Simple English can create great conversations.
That's a great reminder. Small sentences can still sound natural.
Exactly. And before we finish today, we have a few more things to practice together. Let's continue with our next greeting. Before we learn our final greeting, let's take a moment to review what we have learned.
Great idea. We have learned so many different ways to start a conversation.
Let's go through them together. First, how's it going? This is a great everyday greeting for friends, classmates, and coworkers.
Then we learned, what's up? A short and casual greeting for people you know well.
Exactly. Next, how have you been? This is wonderful when you haven't seen someone for a while.
And we also learned, how's your day going? A good choice when you are asking about someone's day.
And finally, how's everything and how are things? Both are friendly ways to check in with someone.
I like that each greeting has a different feeling. They're not just different words. They create different kinds of conversations.
Exactly. Now, let's practice. Imagine you see your friend every morning before class. Which greeting sounds natural?
Maybe, how's it going?
Perfect. Now, imagine you meet an old friend at the airport after 1 year. What could you say?
Maybe, how have you been?
Excellent. One more. Imagine your coworker looks tired during the afternoon. You want to be friendly. What could you ask?
Maybe, how's your day going?
Great answer. You are not only learning expressions, you're learning how to choose the right expression for the moment.
And that is what makes conversations feel natural.
Exactly. Now, we have one more special part coming. We're going to look at some simple sentences that English learners often use, and we will make them sound more natural.
I love this part. Let's smooth out our English together.
Now it's time for one of my favorite parts of today's episode. Let's make our English sound a little more natural.
I love this part too. Small changes can make a big difference.
That's exactly right. Remember, how are you is always correct. We're not replacing it. We're simply adding more choices to your English.
The more choices you have, the more confident you'll feel in real conversations.
Let's look at our first example. Imagine you meet your best friend before lunch. You smile and say, "How are you?" That sounds perfectly fine.
But because you're talking to a close friend, you could also say, "What's up?"
Exactly. Both greetings are correct, but "what's up" sounds a little more relaxed between friends.
Let's try another one. Imagine you see your coworker during the afternoon. You ask, "How are you?"
That's a good greeting, but if you want to ask about today, you could say, "How's your day going?"
That sounds warm, and it gives the other person something easy to talk about.
Here's one more. Imagine you're walking through a shopping mall. Suddenly, you see an old friend you haven't seen for many months.
Instead of saying, "How are you?" you could smile and ask, "How have you been?"
Perfect. That greeting shows you've been thinking about them. It feels warm, and it fits the situation beautifully.
Now let's practice together. We'll describe a situation. You choose the greeting. Ready?
You meet your neighbor while walking your dog. What would you say? Take a few seconds. Say your greeting out loud.
Wonderful. There are several great answers. Maybe you said, "How's it going?" Or perhaps, "How are things?"
Here's our last practice. You meet your cousin after several months. What greeting feels the most natural? Go ahead. Answer out loud.
Maybe you chose, "How have you been?" That's a great choice.
Fantastic work. You've learned that sounding natural isn't about using difficult English. It's about choosing the greeting that matches the moment.
And now, let's put everything together in one final conversation.
This time, don't think about studying. Just enjoy listening.
And see how many greetings you can recognize. Ready? Let's begin.
Hey, Allie. It's been a while. How have you been?
Hi, Noah. I've been doing really well. Thanks for asking. How's everything with you?
Everything's going great. I've been keeping busy lately.
That's nice to hear. So, how's your day going?
It's been a good day. I finished my work early, so I decided to stop by the library for a while. What about you?
Pretty good. I met a friend for lunch. Then I came here to borrow a new book.
That sounds like a wonderful day.
It really has been.
And that's the end of our conversation. Did you notice? We started the conversation in several different ways, but we never sounded formal or uncomfortable.
That's because English isn't about memorizing only one greeting. Native speakers choose different expressions for different situations.
So this week, we have a small challenge for you. Instead of using only, "How are you?" try using one new greeting from today's lesson.
Maybe you'll say, "How's it going?" Or, "How's your day going?" Or perhaps, "How have you been?" Choose the one you like best.
The more you use these expressions, the more natural they'll become. Little by little, your confidence will grow.
Thank you so much for spending your time with us today. We hope you enjoyed practicing English together.
If today's lesson helped you, please give this video a like. Subscribe to English with Noah and Allie if you'd like to continue learning with us.
And before you go, tell us in the comments, which greeting are you going to use first? We'd love to read your answers.
Thank you again for being here. Keep practicing, keep speaking, and keep believing in yourself.
We'll see you in the next episode of English with Noah and Allie, where confidence grows, one conversation at a time. Goodbye, everyone.
Take care and have a wonderful day. Bye.